Hey everybody, welcome back to Row Country. Today we're going to take this Dollar Tree cute ornament sign and turn it into a beautiful country farmhouse round welcome sign that you can give as a gift for someone to put on their front door year round. To get these colors, I'm using Waverly's white, elephant, and silver lining chalk paint, also some Mod Podge, these chalkboard tags, and Dollar Tree beads. Also this pick of boxwood from Walmart, just a few stems, some cotton, that burlap ribbon, and some twine, and then also some 100 grit sandpaper and a sanding block. So the first thing I did was I took these wood beads. I'm taking about 6 of them, and I'm going to put them on this barbecue skewer. I'm going to put that aside after I paint those in Waverly's white chalk paint, because we're going to use those on the tags coming up. Then I took this round sign and this knife out of my craft stash. I'm using the non-serrated side just to pry the top of this little metal piece off of this sign. You do want to put that aside. We'll use it later, but you'll never know that this was an ornament when we are done. Then I'm going to take this 100 grit sandpaper and just a piece of wood, scrap wood, and I've wrapped it around there. And what I'm going to do is sand off as much of the glitter as I possibly can, and also the sheen off of this paper. I didn't want to turn this over and paint the back, and I did not want this sign to be showing through their front door because it's also glass. So I'm going to take then Waverly's white chalk paint, and I'm going to give this a very generous coat to be sure that we cover up the red on this side. But you will see a little bit later that it did have a little bit of a reaction. And so what I end up doing is painting it very well and coming back later with a coat of Mod Podge and then giving it one more coat. And so I'm really excited that this is one of the first projects I'm doing using my new Cricut. However, you do not need a Cricut machine to make this sign. I'm going to put in the description box a link to the font, and also you'll be able to just print that out actually and use the transfer method that we've used time and again. Just print it out on your printer, turn it over, rub some pencil on it, and then turn it back over and trace to transfer. But I'm showing you here that this is how my new machine works. I'm actually able to design at my desktop and then use my phone to send the design to my machine, which then literally just cuts it out, and I'm just so excited to be able to use that today. I'm using black vinyl for the welcome, and I'm using white vinyl on these chalkboard tags for the name of the people so special to me that have received this as a gift. And I'm putting up this video because I've already given it to them, guys. I couldn't wait to give them this gift this year. Now their sign is going to be on a covered porch inside of a door, like a storm door, but Mod Podge here is just as a precaution. However, if you're going to give this to somebody who will be using this and it will be exposed to the elements, there is a Mod Podge that you can buy that is waterproof. However, it takes about 24 days for it to cure, so definitely keep that in mind. So I was just showing you there what happened with the round sign. It did have a very strange reaction, and so, you know, I just put some Mod Podge on there and did another coat, and it turned out fine. But this is what it looks like to transfer the word "the" to the tag. I did again use the white vinyl on that, and that turned out super cute. I'm really pleased with how that turned out. And now I'm just taking another very long generous amount of twine, and I'm threading it back through the tag. There's their last name, and I made a loop and pulled it through, and then I've got some tape on the end of that I'm using as sort of a needle to just go ahead and thread 3 beads onto each tag. And so we set that aside. Now I'm going to bring in some Waverly's silver lining chalk paint, and again I'm just going to go over this entire sign here with this, and I'm leaving that unpainted at the top because again we're going to put back that metal piece we took off later. The key here, guys, when using vinyl or to be transferring any wording to a painted sign, go in one direction. I decided to go horizontally. You could go vertically. It's totally fine, but just you want to just really keep it in one direction, okay? Now, I'm coming back in with my barbecue skewer little hack that I shared in my other video, and I'll have that link below. This time though, I'm making a straight line or a straight-ish line. I want this to look like barnwood. So I'm taking that barbecue skewer, I'm putting on the paint, of the Waverly's elephant, and I'm laying it down on the sign and then lifting it up, and then as I kind of drag it across to give myself a straight line. So rather than put it down and roll it in the direction of where I would be painting into, I'm not going to be doing anything more than adding these lines. And I did end up adding 3 lines, and now I'm just kind of finishing off with my little paintbrush, and then I'm going to go ahead and come around the edge of this as well and sort of give it a rustic look. I really like the way that this elephant chalk paint against the Waverly's silver lining sort of offsets and gives it a little more dimension. I think it just really turns out so cute. And now with my dry brush, and before the paint is completely dry on these lines, I'm coming back in one direction just across that to sort of blend it a little bit and give it more of a worn barnwood look, and I think it looks really cute. So again, just as a precaution, we will come back now with some Mod Podge and give it a really good coat and then let it dry. And so super simple here. We're just going to take some hot glue to this piece that we took off earlier and reattach it where it had been before to cover up that painted edge and that red that we had left behind. And so that turns out really great, and that's going to add the ability to go ahead and hang this on their front door. Now we're going to bring in the decor of this. So I decided to go with the white polka dot burlap ribbon, and I went ahead and cut off 3 different sizes, 12 inches, 8 inches, and 6 inches. And all I'm going to do is make a loop with each one of those and hot glue them together, and that's going to be the start of our bow. Now you could go with, you know, any kind of ribbon that you want. I think for this sign, the white wording and the white polka dots are really a good match, but you could go with a black polka dot, you could go with stripes, you could go with plain. Whatever your decor decides is what you would want to go with. So I went ahead and I put those in a loop, and then I went ahead and added one more length of ribbon on each side, and now I'm tying it together. Just a simple bow tied together with some twine, and that will serve as the ribbon or bow on our cute little sign. Once we get that sort of figured out and fluffed up a little bit, then I'm going to go ahead and take off about 3 or 4 stems of this boxwood that I picked up for 97 cents at Walmart. And I'm going to actually go ahead and lay those into some of the bow creases. You'll see here, I'll just kind of let you watch how I go ahead and decorate this when the time comes. However, now it's time to put down this welcome sign. And guys, I'm always 100% transparent, and I have to tell you, I messed up. You'll see here that I put down the welcome onto the sign, and after I placed it, I literally almost kicked myself because I wanted it to be lower on the sign. So keep that in mind if you use the same tags that I'm using and you're not going to trim them down. Put your welcome a little bit lower on the sign, because you'll see here towards the end that I feel like my tags sort of interfere with where the welcome is. But oh my gosh, that font is so pretty, and I think that's really going to be a cute sign for their front door either way. So I'm just going to go ahead and sort of figure out where I'm going to lay these tags down. I'm going to thread the twine all the way through. I'm going to use some hot glue on the beads there at the top to sort of keep everything in place. And as I said, please enjoy watching the next few clips of how I actually put together the very top of this sign for these beautiful people in my life. as I add the bow, I want to just sort of mention that I go ahead and lift the tags and I lay the bow underneath of the tags, and then I go ahead and add a generous amount of hot glue there just to hold it down to the sign itself. We'll go ahead and add some cotton. I actually end up using 2 pieces of cotton on this beautiful little sign from my beautiful family member receiving this as a gift this year. Then I'm taking the twine from the tags, wrapping it around the hanger to make it more country farmhouse and just to sort of finish it off. And this is the end result, guys. I can't believe that I was able to make this beautiful sign for such beautiful people in my life, and I was so proud to give it as a gift this year. I hope you like this Dollar Tree DIY Country Farmhouse Round Welcome sign that can be on anybody's door year round. I really hope you enjoyed today's video making this Dollar Tree DIY Country Farmhouse Round Welcome sign. If you're not yet a subscriber, please consider subscribing to my channel. I would love to have you as a member of the Row Country family here on YouTube. To my returning subscribers, thank you again so much for watching today and for your continued support. While you're here, go ahead and watch another video. Until next time, bye!